Right, how's it going everyone? So, probably wondering, why does it look like I have hypothermia? Why am I shaking so much? It's ridiculously cold. It's 16 degrees. I've had enough rain, I've had to run the bilge pump. Freezing cold, freezing cold. But... Alright, how's it going everyone? So it is just bucketing down rain. We're meant to have like a 20 to 30 knot southerly rolling through. It's not too bad at the moment. The rain's keeping the wind away, but on the drive up, it was bad. So we're going to do a lure review. We're not going to have much big camera at this stage until this rain pisses off. I'm hopeful in an hour it might fizzle out, but to give you an idea, the air temp has dropped down to like 22 degrees, no, 16 degrees. We're in summer, right? It is warm, but just no. So the plan is I've got an RT Shad rigged up. We are going to snag bash and we're going to see what we can catch and try and do a bit of a review on it. And yeah, that's sort of the plan. So I'm just sounding along, I'm just looking at a few trees and stuff, just seeing there's a decent amount of bait getting around, which is always good to tell. And yeah, we'll probably just go a little bit further. I'll drop the electric, we're going to spin around, go back up the river and fish the outgoing tide, and let's see how we go. Let's get into it. Alright guys, that's what we're going to be fishing today, is the RT Shad. So they've been around for a while now. I used to fish these fairly often, but not so much anymore. Sort of other lures have sort of taken its purpose, but look, they're a great lure, they work well, but we'll fish them today, see if we can catch any fish, and then I'll sort of take you through the reasoning on where I think they've sort of fallen behind, like what they could do better, stuff like that. But yeah, we've got the tide is pumping at the moment, as you can probably tell. it's roaring out. It's going to be very, very bad audio. So the sort of plan is we're just going to fish it, and then yeah, we're going to deal with whatever comes. I'm hopeful once this rain goes we might be able to go through things a bit better, but for now we're just going to get into it, try and catch a fish, and then we'll run you through everything when the rain stops or when the wind gets us a bit of a break. But for now, we'll just snag bash and then we'll deal with the rest of the review later. Oh, missed it. That was a good hit. Had two chops at that. Missed him both times. Thought I had a hit, and then I had a good hit right on this tree. Wonder if he's still there. Don't even fish far, a couple hundred meters if that. It's a good little spot here. I've never caught a fish out of it, but I picked up on it a while ago. It's just tree everywhere. Very, very good. Probably spooked him now. The fact he didn't come back makes me think he was a jack. Oh, he's a big dog. He's a big one. Go. He has scoffed it. As you can see, I'm 1 from 3 jacks. I've got one in the life well at the moment. Oh, it's so cold. But the rain's gone away, so we're able to get the big camera out. Got to go fish a rock bar, fish some other spots, and then we'll probably be out of time. So let's move along to those spots. Let's see how we go. Alright guys, that is it. So we are all done. So in the end, the one that did the best, which missed 2 fish, landed 1, was this guy. Can't remember the colour because I can't find the packet. So I do have a few boxes just to sort of show you through what the packaging looks like. So this is the garden colour. Garden. I actually quite like that colour. I've had a lot of success with it in the past. That's what they look like. And then a very similar is called a blueback herring. The second one we ran. But let's just go through the lure and I'll talk about a small little modification you guys can do to sort of help with your hookup rate, and I'll explain it. So first of all, we'll show you the damage done on him. So that jack just absolutely sliced that in half, which is not uncommon. There's also a lot of damage to the head, which I did pick up on after one of those really good hits I had. Jacks are known to grab the front half of it. Sometimes they'll grab the back. Most of the time, they'll hit the head. So that's what made me think it was definitely a jack. There was a lot of head damage, but yeah, sliced it open. It's a great color. We're just gonna call it Silver Boy, just because I can't find the color. Don't know where it's gone. In the end, so we'll go through what I like about it, and then we'll talk about the things that I would change and little hacks you guys can do. So 16 bucks for 4, give or take. Actually, is it 4? 4. 16 bucks for 4. Great products. Skip well, cast well, got good body roll. They're just a really good lure overall. The things that I don't really like is, so as standard, you'll start to see this. As this comes down, that's all the hook exposure we get. So standard, you get minimal, right? The reason is because there's so much weight here. There is so much plastic in this front section that unless you're running a really, really big hook, you get minimal hook exposure. So a little hack that I do to get around it, braid scissors. What you want to do is you want to put it up in here and just sort of start hacking away. So all through the weedless section, not too much, but just enough. And what that'll do is then when this comes down and you go to compress it, you'll just get a little bit more out of it. It's kind of hard to see, but a good example is look how much more that hook is actually able to go up in there. So you could imagine if you were to cut more of it out and spread more of it apart, the weedless can just get up in there better. So that's one thing you've got to do to increase the hookup rate. It's, once again, it's just because I'm fishing these. These are those jig heads I always run, which I'll show you. That's what they are. They're a sharp point jig head. This says 5.0 because the 6.0s are, I don't know. I don't know. The boat's too wet. We've had to run the bilge. It's just disaster today. They are somewhere. The other one that you can run, which I did used to run on this exact one, is the Owner Beast. The Owner Beast is quite a good setup, but it's only a 1/4 ounce. So they're great for skipping if you're fishing shallow mangroves or really skinny water. But because we've got some depth here today, we've got to run bigger. So that's your sort of trade-off. But definitely, Owner Beast, actually, sorry, they're a 1/8, not a 1/4. 4.0 with the twist lock. You won't have that problem that I'm talking about there. It's only the sharp points that really do it. But like I said, you cut the belly, you get more of an exposed hook and you're good to go. So the other things I think they could do better is, whilst it's got great kick, great sort of wobble to it, if that tail was just more circular, it would really, really get good wobble going. And these little bits here, they don't really do much. They're just visual stuff. But I also really, sorry, we're going back to what I do enjoy. I love the eyes. The eyes on these are nuts. Like, they just look so lifelike. They're just a great lure. Like, honestly, I always say to people, like, when I recommend stuff, yes, like, this is a good lure and I definitely recommend buying it. Set up today. So we are running a Tatula HLC. Got 30-pound suffix on that. It's a 7:3 ratio. And then this is my rod. It is a Japanese sea bass rod, which always cracks me up. It's a 6'6", 12 to 20 pound. There's just hundreds of 12 to 20 pounds out there. You just got to find one you like. This isn't good for skipping, but it's good for just pulling those fish out. If I am fishing lighter, I'll often run my 10 to 16 pound, but overall this thing's great. So let's grab out the fish. We'll show you the fish, then we're going to tag him and we'll let him go. Alrighty guys. Oh, I never get tired of these fish. Like I said, I've caught I've caught over 300 now by the time you guys see this, but just never get tired of seeing them, eh? Whee, I love this aggression to them. The aggression, the fight, the places it takes me. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. Just look at that eye. Such a gorgeous fish. Wait. So we're going to tag him, grab some photos, let him go, and then we're going to head home.